Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi guys, welcome to the channel, CeeChronicles. Here I post fragrance related content and we very much appreciate you subscribing and joining this channel. If you're returning, thank you so much for the continued support. Also remember to hit the like and share button, guys, as those are very helpful in ensuring that YouTube then distributes the video to a lot of people. Today I have Swiss Arabian Incense 01, a new addition to my collection, and I just couldn't wait to bring you this one because this is a fragrance that I bought blindly. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I said, okay, if it goes either way, it is what it is. Okay, so this is the packaging for those who may not be familiar with this line of Swiss Arabian. Most of their fragrances will come in this luxurious packaging, and of course the scent is gonna sit in there. So this is Incense 01, guys. I'm gonna give it a couple of sprays. This is the sort that just one or two sprays is enough because it's quite a concentrated scent. And what I'll do is, in as much as it's very complicated to describe, I'll give you a couple of examples because I feel this is the best way I can perhaps give you a mental shortcut of what's going on with it. So it does say Incense 01, and we are to expect like an incense accord. This fragrance has a double dose of frankincense. Now the frankincense in here, guys, will give it a lot of, I think the frankincense in here actually is what is making it not linear, because it's woody, it's resinous, it's spicy, it's a little bit fruity, it's embery, that sort of thing. So this is, to my nose, one of those fragrances that was a wow. But the wow was not something that I experienced offset. A couple of sprays of this, when you pump it as a new fragrance, or at least that's what happened to me. I sprayed it for the first time and it did tickle my nose the wrong way. I started sneezing and I felt as though it actually triggered my sinuses. So this is one that you may need to pump out a couple of sprays first before you spray it on yourself. My experience may not be the same as everybody else, but I just thought to just throw it there. After I had sprayed it on myself, had that allergic reaction, I had to take off this particular jacket because that is what I was wearing. I wear this jumper a lot at home because it's very nice and woolly and cozy. So I took it off and then I put it on the side. And after that irritation had gone, there was something that was smelling so beautiful in my room. And it was very unique to my nose, which was this fragrance, okay? And I then took my jacket back to smell it a little bit closer again. And I was getting this nutty thing. I do believe this one has got the inclusion of the almond, and I think it does say roasted nuts and maybe another third nut, adding that nutty accord. It had shifted from that spiky feel of what I got initially, which is something that perhaps happened because of the double dose of frankincense. Because as I said, the frankincense in here is giving a lot of facets, okay? It's gonna give you a little bit of woods, but the woods are a little bit like on a piney side, but everything, guys, fused to perfection. This is one fragrance that I'll say, if you're sick and tired of purchasing fragrances that vibe the same all the time, this will be a pleasant surprise. So yes, you're gonna get an incense accord of that double dose of frankincense, but it is blended so beautifully, guys, and it keeps opening and opening and opening to new pages. And you get on this olfactory journey where at some point it's a little bit fruity, and then at some point it's a little bit citrusy, okay? So it gives you all these pages from fruity, citrusy, woody, with an underlying creaminess, right? It does have a green accord to it, which is something that's probably coming from the cedarwood as well as the moss, but it does not affirm itself as a green fragrance. Nor does it assert itself as a outright woody fragrance, okay? Everything about this is a tease, and it feels like one of those very nicely done incenses, not like a churchy incense. It doesn't feel like a smoky incense, as if it's like smoky in your face. I do not get that. I just get everything here resinous, rich, and thick, okay, and to top it off, it has that booze added in it, so you're also going to get a little bit of some booze in there. I did notice in the note pyramid that it lists the note of fig, okay. Fig in here is kind of like just buried with everything else. It's not a distinct fig fragrance. The color of this fragrance is befitting, but shouldn't be a mental shortcut to you to say, okay, this is going to be very citrusy, okay. It does have the citrus accord, as I said, because at some points it feels fresh. I did check because I thought perhaps they had used a master perfumer for this, and no, because it is so well blended. Now, as I said, the best way to describe this fragrance or to give you a mental shortcut of it is going to be to give you a lot of examples. Remember I said this is a thick juice to my nose. It comes across as concentrated, like what they did in Tobacco 01. If you have Tobacco 01 from this house, you will know what I mean, okay. This does not vibe like the clear ones, like the Ishq. I have that one is clean and crisp and stuff, okay. This is a thick concentrated style of a fragrance, and the examples I'm going to give you here are, for instance, if you have put your nose on Gris Chanel the Extrait, okay, this is not it, but you will be able to pull this off without a problem. If anything, my suspicions are, and I was hoping I would have the actual vial in my in my collection, but I don't. It kind of vibes like how the D'Orsay fragrances are made, especially those in the darker bottles. Let me just show you an example of what I mean. So this is D'Orsay Flower Lust. And then this is D'Orsay. I'll tell you the one I was hoping I would have in my collection, and I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna smell that and it's probably that, but I don't have it. But I'm just showing you the D'Orsay travel size fragrances that I have. Okay, Tonka Hysteria. If you have put your nose on these D'Orsay fragrances, especially the Extrait, because these are the Extrait, they're very intense, they're very rich, they're so concentrated that when they say tonka, it's going to be like a thickened tonka, blended perfectly. So the third one I was hoping I would get, which I was just thinking perhaps this borrows from it, is their D'Orsay Incense Crush. I think they have one called Incense Crush. So as I said, this is to help you get a mental shortcut of what this fragrance is doing. It's not going to be easy on the nose to those who like linear fragrances, to those who like less complicated fragrances. The vibe in itself is fall to winter. You're gonna get a woody accord, you're gonna get that rum, adding a booziness to it, and then a creamy accord coming off those roasted peanuts and almonds, and a milky sandalwood, and of course that frankincense, the incense accord in this, opening all these pages from woody to spicy, a little bit fruity underlying, and a little bit, at some point you will get a freshness in this. It's just weird, okay, but it's one of those fragrances that I would say was a pleasant surprise. I'm happy I have in my collection. Money permitting, I'll buy a backup because it's crafted perfectly. The only thing that can go pear-shaped when it comes to this fragrance for some people would be, of course, that allergy thing that it triggered in me initially. If it's something that holds, it may not be a good one for such people, but for me, I can wear this one, without a problem. It is a very long-lasting scent, and this one does project. As I was saying, I was at home, took off this jacket, and after a while, I had to check what was smelling so good, and it was this jacket. So on thickly woven clothing, this lasts a couple of days, okay? Like as in a couple of washes. You probably wash this, and as you are doing your steam ironing or something, it comes to life. It's a gorgeous fragrance, guys. So yeah, those are the examples I can give you. Another one that's making the rounds, that's kind of blended like this, will be the Altair. It's not a clone of Altair, but it's the way Altair is rich, in the spiciness, the woodiness, all those facets with the vanilla. This also has the vanilla. So that's as best as I can describe this fragrance. It gives me unisex vibes, okay? And the more I wear it, it has my nose adapted to it. I'm not getting it as busy as it was initially. Now the last thing I can say about this is the chocolate, okay? It does list the note of chocolate. This does not give, whatever is happening in here does not give the chocolate time to shine. I think it also does have white florals, but it's not a floral scent, guys. It's mostly on the resinous, woody, spicy, aromatic side. Also sweet with that vanilla, and creamy with that almond, and creamy sandalwood and nutty as well, in an underlying boozy thing. So there's a lot going on in here, but beautiful fragrance. Try to get yourself a decant if you're not sure. You will like this fragrance, because I can see how it can be either an acquired one, a love at first sniff, or one that may just have some people not getting. Okay, but I love it. Personally, I love it. And as I said, it gives me fall, winter vibes, but I am able to wear this profile even in the heat. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section, guys, where we discuss more about fragrances. I am on the hunt for that Dubai Bali something from Swiss Arabian, guys. I just want to smell that. I've read a lot of nice things about it. Let me know if you have that Bali one, how you are loving it or hating it or whichever, because I really want to blind buy that one. Remember to turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, and remember, guys, that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.